should be live. Just gonna have to, yeah, make some adjustments and we'll be good to go. Alright. Is it live? Yes, it is. I think. Okay, it is. Let's go. So today we have some stuff to do. Um, First of all, we need to publish that blog post. Alright, copy that, close that, paste that. Um, and well, that'd be the first thing that we'll do today, which is publishing that blog post. So let me just make a thumbnail real quick for it, and we'll call that what's the title? What's the title? Title is listening to the Twitter Stream API in real time with PHP. Alright, can we send to that maybe? Alright. Looks a bit sad now, doesn't it? Alright. I think, what did we use for this one? Right here. Come to Baba. Come on. Hi viewers. Alright. Yeah, so it wasn't much better. Alright. Well, we'll just save that, download it. Alright. And go on to Cloudinary, which I'm not gonna do in the main window, maybe because I think they show like credentials very just right after you sign up. So yeah, I need to be a bit cautious. It wouldn't be the first time I leaked a credential on stream, to be fair. Well, I leaked one every stream, so except last yesterday I didn't leak any, which is kind of like wow, I was surprised. All right, and I can bring that. I'm not going to show it on stream. I think this is safe, but you know, you never know. Alright, get the URL, and so that's the URL. Paste it here. And what's the alternative text? What did I use? The best alias. Okay, so just a description. Listening to the Twitter stream API in real time with PHP written in white and centered on a dark blue background. I'm omitting the freeze on that effort because I don't think that matters, you know, it's not important. And I don't want to lose everything if it doesn't work. Okay, it did work. Great. Now the first thing that we're going to have to do, actually, can we just get the slug? I think if we just get the slug, we can actually already see it. That's not what I expected. It's changed some weird setting on my brother and I does that. Alright. Okay, nice. We got the torchlight highlighting there. That's great. It took some time to load because we sent like a bunch of requests to torchlight to highlight that. It looks pretty cool. No need to like have any problems with like HLJS or I don't even remember. It's been so long since I had to do that. Damn, it just looks very good. Okay. So, is that it? Are we done? Alright. Well, the article still needs some work, but the thing is, I haven't written documentation yet for the actual package. I mean, I did, but then I removed it because it was bad. So yeah. um, okay, well, at least now there's something because I saw, and I think I can show that on stream without too much problems. Yeah, alright. So here, two people saw the page, and then I just felt really bad because this package is, you know, it's pretty neat, and yeah. So I was like, all right, got to do what I have to do. That being said, actually, we need to do a bit of work on this package because Twitter released new operators for the Stream API, and if you never worked with the Stream API, which you know, it's kind of like a niche thing, so slightly. Let me just show you real quick. Actually, I'm gonna need credentials if I do this. I'll have to. Right. Let me just open that right here. Just want to make sure that like the token is there but not in plain text. Okay, so I have to generate a new bureau token because last stream I leaked it when I worked on this package. It's really a common theme here. All right, so developer.twitter.com. I can't show that on stream. I mean that's just playing with fire, so I'm gonna do that right here. Bureau token, regenerate, copy, and paste the env file that I'm not gonna show on stream. Then I close it, and then it's back. Oh yay! Great, great. That I can close too. That I can close. That I can close, and I'll just show it quickly. Plus, I'll need to set that up for testing anyway. So, do I have .env or something? Yeah, thought I had that. Create immutable. All right. Works. Now let me change the stream title actually. On a PHP package, so it's not misleading. Portfolio is also very like wide, has a very wide meaning. So I have no idea. Can Copilot help me here? Come on. Nope. Enable completions. I feel like Copilot knows what to do. Right. Alright. Load. Which then lets us get the token, which is like env. No. Come on. Well, whatever. That's not what I want. So stream, so connection, we'll create a connection first, Twitter connection, and then bam. Then what do we need? We need a stream, which is a new Twitter, new volume stream. No, we'll need the filtered stream. We'll need a filtered stream. And we're also gonna need a rule manager. See a lot of objects. But there are a lot of use cases, so that there's no like can I have to. All right, great, and we dump the rules, and I just want to see if we have any rules that I set or not. Okay, so no rules. Great, we'll create a new one. Rule new, which is gonna be just testing, doesn't really matter. And so what are the new operators? I think we're gonna have to we're going to have to implement like a new type of operator because they released, let me check, tweets, filtered stream, right? No, but like, come on. You know what I want? What I really, really want. This is annoying, come on. Why? Oh, it's on the side now. Alright. Alright. So they released, actually, you know what? We'll do it differently. Alright. Today, 10 new rules are available. Thank you very much. And these are the operators. So we have some new things to implement, which means that just command that for now. Command that for now too. We'll have to change a bit how the thing works. Like, it just got really, I don't know. It's getting too complicated, and I want to make it simpler. Sorry, what? To assume rule operators, yeah? No, you're wrong. You're wrong again. Why does it say that? Because that's just wrong. Well, anyway. Um, so see, that's the main thing. The main thing, right? We have a lot of loads of tests, right? So I'm pretty confident we can just make changes without working too much. That's just a class for documentation, but this one right here isn't. All right. All right. So yeah, complicated. Now let's create a new. The thing is, it's not really an operator. Like it's a count operator in some way. Like I don't know. Yeah. All right. So count operator contract count operator. And this one, so it's also public. And yep. We'll add it here too. Self count operator, great. Alright, and now we'll just add a new test. Rule builder. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. What if, and you know, this is a what if. So we got rid none of that, none of this, none of this, not necessarily, not this, this, this. I'll just make it better. Alright. Ooh. Breezy. Great. So we can get rid of that too. We do have the stack of operators. But the way we're going to define them is going to change. Let me just pull that up right here. Integrate, build a rule. So list of operators. Do we have a readme over here? Yeah, we do. All right. So there are. First of all, you have the row operator, right? Which is just basically content. Then you have the row, but like negated row operator. For example, that would be like cat, but that would be like not cat. Then, so of course you also have like emojis or then you have like the quoted operator. So quoted operator, which would be like, so that would be like, all right, let's write it like that. So this would be cat, and this would be cat like that, and this would be cat like that. All right, great. Now going down. You then have the standalone operators that are like, I don't know how would we, what was the separation? Let's start from there. Oopsie. So, what do we have here? we have the rule, and we have a bunch of operators. So we have the named operators. So the named operators, it's a terrible name, but um, the idea is that I can't even understand it. I can't. Okay, so let's see. Depending on the flags, you have either like an or an and or a space. All right. You then check if it's negated, and then you take the array of values and the carry, and then at the join, is if it's negated, the name and then the value. All right. So this is like key value operator. So that's the KV operator. So key value, and you may also have like because this can be an array, right? Not an array, not an array, not an array, and here maybe. All right. So you also have the KV operator with like a separator. So basically, I think you have like first the operator, and then you have like this list. Like for example, instead of saying that the operator compiles and adds like the necessary and or, we'll do it differently, which is, um, for example, and from would just result in operator and operator, so raw operator and plus the KV operator from and then the value here. From value, right? That's the idea. Then and not from value. Yes, so this would be handled like that. Right. Um, yeah, that sounds good. So what else? Um, so there are like the key value operators like from or to or um, that accept like the thing is there are also key value operators like sample, for example. I'm thinking about sample here. Like, let's full screen that. Hi, new viewer. Let's full screen that. I'm thinking about sample, for example. Where is sample? Sample, sample, you can't have many samples. You just have one sample, right? So for that, you'd also have like a sample operator because it's like special behavior compared to the rest of the others. So the sample operator, which is sample value and which may not be an array. Um, so just quick recap, we're working on like a refactor, a quick refactor of this package, the Twitter Stream API, to support, can I show it here? Yep, right here. The new operators that Twitter added a week ago. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, great. So where was I? Okay, so we have the sample operator, which has like a special way of working. We also have the not nullcast operator, which basically filters ads out, which is just is nullcast. I think that's the syntax. Doesn't matter, just here for reference. And then we have like the has operator, which may be an array. We have the is operator, which may be an array. All right. And now we have the new operators that I'm not very familiar with yet, which are the count operators. Can I make that look better? Can I resize that somehow? I'd like to resize it. All right. Well, I think there's a way. It's like you need to be pixel perfect on that. I don't know. So you have the followers count, you have the tweet counts, you have the following count, you have the list count, right? The way it works is, yeah, you have this. This is the thing. Like it can be either like the syntax would need to be tweets count, like with tweet counts maybe it make the most sense. And then either min and 0 and max would be null. And if max is null, then it needs to be that exact value. Um, and I think you can make it also that so it's like greater than. Okay, no, you can't. You can't. All right. Then you have these new URL thingies that I just. Okay, that's very specific. It can be interesting, but very specific. This will match again the expanded URL as well. How would that work? So it'd be like, oh, all right. I like the within thingy. So it would be like within URL. I mean, we're not in Golang. I can write it like that. URL title. Um, and this could accept an array. Maybe an array. Maybe an array. So you also have like the. Isn't that simply? This is basically just a KV operator. All right. So these are just key value operators. Nothing special about them. Um, and are we? Is that all? So we have the follower count, we have the new URL, and we have like, oh, we have in reply to status ID and retweets of status ID, which I just don't. So how does it work? So these are also standard key value operators. Um, yeah, okay. So that's great. Um, I think the way we want to do it is we'll have this Twitter stream, right? Nope. Um, let me make that a bit wider. All right. So we've got this rule builder, which I cannot destroy it. I removed most of the code, but we then hmm, let's see. So the way I think it should work, we should have like first of all, for specific methods, for example, sample and split right. Yeah. For example, let's get rid of that too, so we have a bit more space. For example, for sample and not null cast, we shouldn't have. Oh, okay, now I remember, because the problem is we want to be able to make like and not nullcast or not nullcast. So everything still needs to go through call. So we'd have, I know what we'd do. So we'd have like sample method, which take a percent. This adds on the operator stack. Or do we have a method to push it directly? No. So we'll add a new sample operator. Let's just assume there's such a thing. Or maybe it can be like a row operator that's already compiled. So it would be like sample percent, something like that. Which, how would we handle negation? We don't, there's no negation on that. So this could be the way it works. Then we'd have like public function not nullcast, right? Which doesn't take any arguments and would also push a row operator. And then what we have here, let me just check how I did it previously, because I like the way it was working, this part of the rule builder. So yeah, I had this flag system. Actually, I can show you. Isn't that great? I can. Come on, I3. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is a bit messy, but here, basically, this was doing the parsing. So for example, if it if it would encounter like or and or is or as or whatever, it just set flags here, and then I could check them later to see, okay, if there's and, if there is. This was fine, but it's not very clean. Like it's hard to understand what's happening. So especially this is like, yeah. So what I want is I wanna take that logic, which is necessary, and put it in another class and or another method or do something so it's clearer to understand what's going on. Um, Other thing that I want to do is I try to generalize too much. So if you look at, actually, I think I can just do like operators. All right, I can't look up a directory, but if you look, for example, at the types of operators, it was very generalized. There was no like is operator or as operator, um, which is, it makes things harder to understand as well. It was generalized too much. And now, well, there's new rules, and I can't really add them easily, which means that, well, I failed at building like a nice, not reliable, but resilient API, internal API, which is fine. It happens. I also discovered a lot of like weird quirks about how the Twitter rules work, which makes it so that the first approach wasn't necessarily the best one. Anyway, that being said, operators flag. Let's think about maybe a better solution for like some time. Let's just start coding. So for example, which thing we want to know, if there's like a nor in the method, is there and in the method, and is there a not in the method, and that's pretty much it. We'll see about except how I'll handle it. I think that's not important. It was more of like a bit of sugar coating around the API. So first of all, I'm going to create a new operator directory. I'm not gonna touch the directory structure for now. Well, I could, but not the most important thing. Um, Let me just mark that as internal so I don't forget about it. Internal, great. Now, what's an operator? This operator takes simply a value, and there's a toString method, there's a compile method, there's a compile method. Let's call it compile so we can have like a nice interface that's specific to the operators, and that's just like a stringable. I don't know if that's specific to Laravel or if it's also a thing. No, it's not. Okay, great. Um, and this would just return the value. So that's the naive implementation. Now I'll look at what I did, the row operator, because I'm guessing we need to handle some more stuff. Alright, so we don't actually, because um, at this point I also wanted to like implement the logic of like adding and or pair operators, which we don't want to do anymore. So great, great. So that's just the row operator. That's done. Pretty easy. What else? That's actually wrong. Come on, Copilot, come on. All right. And this, you know what? Let's try that. Let's try building our first rule. New testing, and then we'll just have like, yeah, we don't have a lot of things. All right, just for my own uh mental health, I'll just remove um all the PHP doc that's generated automatically here, because so I can see something, and we'll just say 50, and then we'll dump it. All right, PHP thinker, and fail. Why would you? Why did you create? Why does PHP have such a hard time understanding that I'm not using the same namespace anymore. You know what? I'll just restart it real quick. It's cache. Alright, let's do that and hope it fixes the problem. Probably will. It's likely it does fix the problem. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. Where are we? So PHP, oops, my bad. PHP thinker.php. And sorry about that again. What else? Why would you say that? Are we importing autoload.php? Starts, okay, we did not have, we did have it. Is that better? Have to remember function dd on null. Oh, okay. I read the error I wanted to read, not the actual error. So return this, of course. Otherwise, the builder it doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it's terrible. Start again, and we get the sample 50, which is expected, but still, that's great. We need to start somewhere. And now let's have another one which is not nullcast. That should give us the nullcast. Great. Are some tests passing? Okay. Yeah. So tests are not happy for now, but I'm not worried about that. Um, we'll see about that later. Yeah, it's not the most urgent thing. So, all right. Not nullcast. That's done. Let's go back to our README and see what's next. So now we'd like to have and not nullcast, for example. We'd like that to work and not nullcast. Nope, wrong one. All right. Here, of course, it doesn't work. So here, how would we do that? Yeah, the thing is, I also want to get the remaining name, so we do like name flags. You know what? Let's go with that for now. Doesn't look too bad, I'd say. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. My keyboard is having issues. All right, let me try that again. Does it work better? Yeah, okay, great. So now what are we doing here? First, what are the flags? Let's just define them here for now. So you have the not operator, the not flag, I guess, which is just gonna be this. Then you have the or flag, and you have the and flag, and that's it, right? Let me just. Why is my okay? Now it's my mouse. Something's wrong. Hello. All right, I'm back. Oh yeah. Um. So let's see what's up. Where are we? Here. Um. There was also the not, but okay, all that we don't want. So there are only 3 operators, which I'm just going to put right here for now. We'll add some visibility modifiers later. And basically, we'll also have maybe operators. I don't know how we'd make that work, but it'd be basically not equals not flag or flag and flag. Great. Um, and here, that's cool. Thank you, Copilot, but I think we can do better. Like with a for loop, for example. Alright, so that would mean you'd first like have or and then and. um, and then not. So it will be like or not, and then the name. And then we just return the flags and the name, but the other way around. And returns an array back here, and let's just item the name and the flags and see what we get. Not nullcast and 8. 8 is good. 8 is good. 8 means I have no idea. Well, let's see. We have flag class. So flags has, and it should have like the not flag, right? False. All right. Sorry. What? Okay, but that's just not what we want. We want that, right? False still. What's the name? What name do we get? Hmm. I think the thing. Oh, okay. So this may be uppercase differently. So here we need to have like str to lower name, right? This should work, and it does. All right, and we get nullcast then, which is it what we want? Yeah. Okay, it is what we want. Great. Um, is PHP CS fixer unhappy, or is PHP stand very unhappy and everything's wrong with my code? No, it's PHP. Alright, that's better. Here, let's add a return type. Hello, new viewer, welcome. What's up? Alright, thank you, Copilot. I do not need that. I do not need that, but I do need to work here. So, we got a name, we got a flag. So, are we, should I use like a match method? Or use something like method exists? Um, I have no idea. So let's just match on name. So we'll return this attribute. No, that will not work. So no, because okay, my bad. So first we get we'll check if flags contains the end flag, and if that's the case, we'll push a new row operator which is end. Same thing for or. Thank you. Um, and now, the thing is, the method is called not nullcast, right? Yeah, it's called not nullcast, and here what we get is nullcast. So yeah, let's think. Let's try with another operator. See how it goes. So for example, from I don't know, from my Twitter, for example. Be sure to follow. No, I mean, I tweet like once a year, but be sure to follow. I feel like that's mandatory to say. So here, what happens here? Nothing, right? Yeah, because here we should return this at least. This will work way better. All right. So the thing is, the thing that I don't want to have is like a list of operators. But I'm thinking it may make things simpler. You know what? Yeah, I think we should go this way. So public const, and we'd call that, I don't know, key v operators, and we'll just, I think can I take them from the blog post? Let's see. Does it work? Blog, alright. It's not published yet. It's a secret URL, which for the viewers here, well, it's not secret, but it because it's not finished. And here somewhere down the line we have like a list of things, right? So let's do them one by one, so I'm sure I'm not, forgetting anything. From to URL. I don't think retweet stuff falls into that KV category. Let's see. Because that would make the job significantly easier. So Twitter API v2, tweets, filtered stream. Oh, that's a good song. Let's go. Quick start, and why did they change the layout? It's terrible. I hate it. Please go back to the old one. So from to URL, retweets off. Alright, so retweets off. What else? Context. Context is special too. So we'll have a context operator. I think. We'll see. So I'll just add a small command skipping context. Entity. Right, entity is simply a key value operator. Conversation ID. It's also yeah, that's it. Key value operator. BO2, bio name, bio location, place, yep, place 2. And we have what? Place country, yep. What else? Point radius, okay, point radius is a special operator too. Point radius, which point radius bounding box operator. Because the syntax is like, so it's like array operators. Because they take like an array of parameters like west, long, longitudes, latitudes. Anyway, special operators. Let's skip those. Let's say we're skipping those so we don't forget any. Well, the test should yell at us if we do, but yes, thank you, Copilot. And then we have all the is. So public const is operator. I want to write that like R operators, but yeah. Is reply, so is retweet, is reply. I think I can just copy the list here though. No, there's more than that. So it's just verified, it's quote, it's retweet. Alright. Well, I did not get much time by copying and pasting that. Okay, so it's only the 4. Alright. Public, so this can be on one line though. Don't need all that space. As operators, it's gonna be a longer list, I think. And yep. Right. I did save a lot of time here. So that's great. Alright, perfect. What else? Has geo, is that on it? Yep, alright. Sample is a special operator. Lang is a key value operator. So lang. And Copilot knew. He did not get it right, but he knew. Which always impresses me. But not anymore. Nice try, Copilot. So count operator. But do we need like yeah, we do need a special operator because of this syntax right here. Um, this is gonna make it so much simpler to maintain. I love it. I'm just gonna be able to add like new operators and be done with it. I don't know why I did not do that. I mean, I know. Just I wanted it to be fancier. But you know, I also value my time, believe it or not. So, not worth it. Um, and the more thing about it, the more I don't get it because I still have to like update the package in case new operator arrives. Like, cause yeah, I don't know. And then all these are just key value operators, as we've found out 30 minutes ago. So URL title, URL description, URL contains. What's alright? Then we have source, which yeah, I mean source. I can see source being useful. I don't see how these would be useful. I don't see an use for that. Actually, I do. It's a bit convoluted. So any reply to tweet ID is also a simple key value operator, and retweets of tweet ID is also, you guessed it, a key value operator. All right, so we now have a list of operator. Let's just me. Let me just remove that space here, that break line that is not useful. And now, what are we doing? So, good question, good question, good question. I think, I think I messed up because, like, I'm gonna have to for each that. Yeah, I think this would be more efficient. Thank you, Copilot, for suggesting that. Because the thing is, otherwise, like here, I can just say, okay, array key exists, or even just force it, like static or self key value operator name, and see if it's new or not, which isn't the case otherwise. So I'm fine with this little hack. I don't think it's a bad thing, not necessarily. Yeah, it's a bit of a trick, but I think yeah. The thing is, it's not really much about like the loop because it's like there's like 40 elements. It's not gonna add a lot of, um, you know, it's not gonna impact performance a lot. But in terms of code, like this is like a static array. Doesn't matter. Never gonna touch it again until new operators are released. This call method, I may. So the easier it is, the best for me. So then we'll check if key value operators, otherwise it's false, is not null. And if that's the case, let's see how we compile, how we used to compile them. And alright, I'll just get that out of the way. I'll also announce my stream. Sorry about that. And alright, I announced it. I'm good. Back to the stream. So here, what's happening? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. So it's a named operator, right? So the default is a named operator. Alright, so that means we'll first handle is operators, um, which would return, for example. Yeah, that's very smart. That's very smart. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like that too. So we'd have like is and as methods because there's also a way. What I supported was just you could have is and then pass in an array of things. So I don't want to break everyone's code, so I'm Thanks for suggesting that. And properties, right? I won't implement it yet. I'll just have the has here too. And that should return self, of course. So there's going to be less warnings everywhere while I figure out exactly how it should work. Um, so get flag, actually, you know what? Let's rename that. Get name and flags. It's a bit of a mouthful, but you know, it's clearer. Hi, new viewer, what's up? Okay. So we've got the is operators, we've got the as operators. It's already cleaner than that. It's probably going to take more space, but it's going to be so much easier to understand. Okay, so yeah, that's how we handle the logic. See, complicated, not complicated. I like that a lot. Um, and here we handle like custom cases, which we're gonna handle a bit differently now. And otherwise, we'll just return the default new name, just a named operator, right? And so we'll throw an error this time because here we didn't know exactly like which operators existed because we just didn't care. But now we do, so we'll throw an error if you're using like an invalid operator. So if the method name is invalid, it will throw an error, which wasn't the case before, which is a small quality of life improvement. Um, oh, and we also have the count operators that are new. Okay, so key value operator, name. You know what? Let's make it clearer. Key value operators, and we'll just call that key value, right? Longer is better most of the time. Let's just clear that up. And where's the call method? Right here. And this, we'll just make it return self for now. Oopsie, that's not self, that's self. Let's go. Implement that later. Which makes me think, I don't think we're gonna have like classes of operators. I'll just leave it here for now, but I'll keep that on the back of my head. I'm probably not gonna have classes. I'll just have methods in the rule builder, which will also greatly reduce like the amount of code that you need to look up. So you don't have like to open 5 classes just to understand what the hell is going on. Okay, count operators. So I can see, I can spot a pattern here. Of course, the thing is, like we could of course make like I don't know, have like an over operator type, for example, and have like self is operator and then loop through that. I don't know if I'll do that. Probably not. So yeah, we'll have count that returns self and returns this, so it actually does return self. And we'll go back here. We have then the key value, and we're good. Now there are the custom cases. Which are null cast, sample, point radius, bounding box, row, and query. So the thing that's going to happen is we're going to have those methods right here, public function raw, that returns self as well. I genuinely don't know. I think it's just going to take like a raw thingy, returns this. There's also going to be the query, which doesn't exist anymore, so it's going to be quoted, which returns this, and then maybe yeah, I mean that's it. That's literally it. So um, either we can do like if lowercase name, we can do like if method exists, like that, lowercase thingy. So that would be like lowercase first, right? Could do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do that for now. I'm a bit suspicious of like the method exists, but yeah, exactly. And here we would throw an error which will be like, for now we'll just throw a generic exception, make it a custom one later. Invalid, so you know what, Laravel isn't installed, that's a shame. So forwards, wait, stupid, forwards called. Alright, great, so we'll do throw new bad method call exception, and printf right here, call to undefined method, and here let's just name. Um, let's do it like that. Let's just call that method. Let's call that method. That's because that's the method name, right? So we'll even call that method name because that's the method name. See, naming is easy, and then passing method name. Great. All right. What does PHP Tinker has to say? PHP is not happy. Tinker. Okay, no errors. That's unexpected. But let's try and call a random method. Uncode bad method call exception call to undefined method. It works. It does work. Now let's call like is quoted because here name hasn't the right formatting. I know what's happening. It's quoted like that. So we need to lower the name, let's say. Great. Do that again. Alright. So what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Oopsie. Yeah, I've done that for the key value operators, but not all the operators. Ooh, Daft Punk. That's cool. Good music, Spotify. Thank you. I would like play music on stream, but I just don't think that's legal. And I don't like you know, I don't know. I like having my music while I code, so like the musics, the free to use musics, I don't like them. So I'm really just waiting for like AI, music generated AI, and hopefully it just does that and does not take over the rest of the world. But yeah, waiting for that. All right. But it's pretty hard. Like the field isn't really, yeah. I mean, there are some things, but it's not really as good as, for example, image generation, which maybe makes sense. I mean, it's harder to get right. Um, all right. So this is just going to be listed following tweets and followers. No. Wait, what's that going to be? Yeah. So it's going to be like that because there's also a new flag, which is a count flag. Hey, you did not see that coming, huh? So there's a count flag. Is there a oh, is there a count flag though? Because it's really more about the type of the operator than, fluff around the operator like and or negated negation. So no, there's no R flag. But it would make things easier. No, I think that's an R flag. I think it's fair to add an R flag. I don't think that's... And so it'd be like count, which is count flag. And now we have the if flag has count flag, then we'll return this dot count name. So if there is the count flag and self count operator name not new. Alright. So here we should pass arguments as well, but I'm not gonna worry about that for now. Let's run that again. Is quoted, sure, but what about, for example, followers count with count? So with follower count. Ooh, this is going to be a hard one. Is that the API we want though? With tweets count. Oh, it is. That's too bad. So we can't use this logic anymore. No. No. Actually, I know. I know. Let's just make this 0 to support the with metric count method in your with. That's a bit of a hack. It is a hack actually. But all right. That's fine. Um for example, here what's the name? So now I said, but this is what I said. Right here. Nope. In the get name and flag thingy. Don't we have that somewhere? Yep. Here we don't want things that start with, but we want that contains it. Simple. That's it. Undefined array key where account follow. Yeah, we'll just replace it. Don't worry about it. Okay, but so we'll have like name, which gets transformed. So this should work. This may work. Nope. So we don't have to lower that here anymore. Just change the music. I don't like that. With. But well, because I mean that's not better. I mean like it's just not better. So what's the name and what's the operator? Let's stamp it because it's an array. So we followers count. Are we even here? Like here. Okay, so we are there. Okay, so if the name contains the operator, where the flag, we remove the operator. Oh, Alright, my bad. Follower! It worked, let's go. And now, yeah, this should work. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Because it's followers. So this should be false. Oh, alright. We can definitely like generalize for each type of operator, but let's first get it all down with all the specificities and then see how we can generalize and not generalize before we really have like an holistic view of the problem. Alright, we follower count. That's true because it's with followers count. And it worked because there's no error, so you know. That's great. Now here, what do we get? We get the name, right? So the name is followers. And we do need arguments. So here we need, so that's a string. We need the minimum and then the maximum, which can be null, right? Um, all right, great. Um, I just want to make sure that I got this right. Docs getting started. Hi, new viewer. What's up? Um, all right. Filtered stream. Why did I change the layout? It's terrible now. List of operators, and I'm just looking for like followers count, for example. Great. So either one specific number or a range. Great. So it is how it works, and here we do need to pass in the arguments. All right, and it just doesn't work as expected, so that's great. Now we follow our count. We just want to say, well, between 10 and 100. So we'll have to change the way we'll need to add this kind of operator type in the generator, but we'll do that later. For now, no autocompletion for us. And this worked. I think this worked, but we're not doing anything with it. I'm just going to item the args, make sure we got it all in the right order as well. Followers 10, 100, that's all we need. So we'll push, oh, it's called operators, right? So we'll push a new operator. And I really want to make that, I want to make these just strings. I think it will make things easier. I don't think we need a class. For now, let's just use a row operator everywhere, and I'll change it because I'm missing some kind of edge case where in custom logic, but I don't know, we'll see. And what the hell is that? No, so sprintf, we get the count, and then also there are two cases. So we'll just have the operator that's like name, and we'll add count to it. And now if max equals null, thing is I want it to stay as legible as possible. These operators push. I don't like that. So it'd be like operator and min. Yeah. Otherwise, do I use else or do I use? Yeah, I'll use else. Which I don't like, but you know, here it's clearer. And that's not the right syntax. Sorry, compile that. It was a nice try though. It was a nice try. Okay, let's see. So we actually need to add tests for that, but the problem is tests are not happy right now because I deleted a few classes that they relied on. So um, yeah. The thing is, I generate those tests automatically here. Okay, so it doesn't look great, but yeah. So I'll do that later. We'll fix any bugs if there are any. Spoiler alert, yeah, there are probably some bugs, some edge case that I did not think about. Um, and that's a new operator, so I'll need to be especially careful for this one. All right, great. So, well, we just have to implement so we've implemented the count operator, and just for comparison, so I feel like it's important. Well, okay, I can't give a comparison because this is a new operator that was added like a week ago. But this is how it looked like before, and that's how it looks now. So definitely we can generalize that, but I said before, I think that we'll do that once we get like everything down. So we don't start generalizing, then oh, realize that this abstraction doesn't really work for our use case, and start, you know. Um, so for now, just a lot of ifs. Hi, new viewer. How's it going? Okay. What else? So let's just implement, I don't know. You know what? Let's add, I know what we're going to do. We'll add the PHP doc. Oopsie. You know what? Let's get rid of that too. So this is the generated PHP doc, but we can just take one randomly and make sure it works. So, for example, what if we're doing like or with can't follower cancel? For example, just that. Nope, wrong one. Here. Doesn't work because we're missing a parenthesis here. Really, it works. First try. Okay, I did not expect that. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna try and as well, just, you know. Oh, I know what I didn't implement. Not. Yeah, so we forgot not. I mean, we forgot. I forgot not. Um, you watch me forget not. All right. So how are we going to implement this? Either we pass it like either we have like a negated variable that we pass to other variables. No, that's not what we want. We want the flag thingy because if you look at it, the syntax, yeah, it's longer. Actually, yeah, we'll use the flag support class. All right, I'll do it like that, and we can always refactor a bit. So wrong one. We'll pass in here. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do to handle that well. We'll have a public, okay, private actually, or protected bool. I'm not gonna make something private. Come on, let's be serious here. Protected bool negated, and then if flag has, nope, wrong one. If flag has not flag, we'll say this negated equals true, and instead of negated, we'll rename it negate next attribute. All right, and then then instead of pushing directly to the SPL stack, we'll have function to push a new attribute, which is going to be row operator for now. That's going to change, but I don't want to switch to strings right away. As I said, I don't like this song. Hold up. Right, that's better. I'm back. That's just going to return self, so we can also just return this push. So it's going to be on one line instead of two, so that's, you know, just small change. Operators, push, operator, return this. And that means that, for example, here, we'll just return this push, right? Same thing here, return this push. Actually, no, here we just push, Here we just push, and here we return this count. Okay, yeah, great. Perfect. Um, so here instead of this operator's push is just going to be this push. I may rename it push operator. I don't know. I don't think I will though. Yep, still working. I mean, no errors, but not working. And now, um, huh. The thing is negation always the same? Negation is effectively always the same. Like you just add a minus in front of whatever operator you have. Um, so what we should do, hmm. Okay, there are a few things that make it tricky to get the implementation right. For example, we have like with tweet counts, but what if we have something like so not with tweets count, and here we'd have like okay, wrong example because this one won't support like an array syntax because it makes things hard. Um, but what if we have like a not from operator, so very basic, and we have an array. So we'll have A and we'll have B, and that's it actually. Now, if we look at the rule builder right now, let's just get rid of that. If we look at the rule builder right now, it would go here. You'd have like the not. Let me get it right back on the screen. You'd have the not flag, and the name would be like from like that, lowercase. It'd go here. It says negate next attribute, um, and it'd go right here. So this is actually wrong. This is like named operator or key value operator. Wait, no, never mind. This is for like custom use cases. All right, never mind. So it'd go here. Here the arguments would look like that. So an array of arrays, an array in an array, and then it's going to be like A and then B. And then there's going to be this negates next attribute, which would be true. That would be true. And here, if we simply push it like here, we'd push two attributes, right? We'll push the first one, which is just going to be like A, and then we'll push B. Like in the push method, finally, we'd have to know somehow that like you shouldn't like so we should be able to push like an array, I guess, of operators. And if it's negated, we negate it for the whole array of operators that are passed in. Is that yeah, that would work. All right. So that's our solution. Took some time, but I think yeah, we'd have I would have went with like another implementation that would have been worse. If not just plainly wrong in some cases. So that's better. And here we don't need to return, so we don't need to use else. I knew this else was weird. Um, get that out of here, and let me think. Is that the easier? Right, it is. I was wondering if we should like switch these two, but I think it's fine. I think it's great. Now of course we'll for each operators, and if the operator isn't an array, we'll just wrap it in one. So operators equals array operators. Great. So we'll always have an array here, and we'll always push an operator. So if negates, so we'll just push it on the stack, continue. Otherwise, we'll push. We'll push like new not operator. Oh, would that work? Okay, the more I think about it, because that was the main point, like arrays and negations. I think we can make that now a string. I think it's time. And I'll actually add some PHP doc here, just so we're on the same page. And PHP Sam won't like yell at me because it knows how to do that. Does that often. And here we'll push the negated operator. The negated operator. Great. And here we'll say not negated anymore. Great. Okay, hold up. Collision. Alright, so register collision handler. Nice try. GitHub, collision. Right. Way better. Now I can finally see what's going on. So, rule builder push argument 1 operators must be of type array string, row operator given. Fair enough. So I'll just delete it and remove the unnecessary parentheses afterwards, like that. Where is it? Here. Great. Great. Wait, it's negated. Wait. Is it working? It's working! Let's go! Let's go. Okay, let's try and not with followers count, which is like huge method name. Alright, I forgot a few here. Oopsie. That's my bad. Great. Let's add that here. So we'll finish this stream like I want to stream for 2 hours. We're like 40 minutes left. I think we're gonna do it. We're doing just great. I think we cracked most of the hard cases. Then we have just we just have to find a way to simplify that, and then we'll be good to go. And actually, this is still pretty simple, but you know. So yeah, let's try again the not from thingy. Not from, and I'll say Felix Dorn, and maybe I don't know you or Laravel PHP. Alright, let's see what it says. It says nothing. It doesn't care, which makes sense because I don't think the key value has anything in it. And it does not. Alright, so I'll just dump what we have here. So we get from, and then we get an array. So the way it's going to work, if count arguments, nope. If count arguments isn't equal to 1, we'll throw a new basic exception, and I'll throw a custom one later. Like that's a small thing. That's not urgent. So to custom exception, and here we'll just say invalid number of arguments, expected 1. All right, and then if the first argument isn't an array, we'll make it an array. like that. Better. Way better. Alright, great. And here we should get FX down and Laravel PHP. Great, we do. Unexpected. Um, so for each value as v. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Damn, forgot about that. So basically, either we don't support like an array of, but we have to, like this is too useful. But the problem is we need to add ors in between each of these. So either we add some kind of like global flag, like we'll push and we'll say like um for example add n between each attribute, each next attribute, whatever. And we do that if there's like well actually we only need it for or because and is just not useful. Yeah, and just doesn't matter. It's not, it's the same thing as a space for example, so it's not useful, but or is useful. So we could have some kind of like this add ors between um attributes, for example. So we'll still push or do we? Ah, okay, so how does it work? Or from, for example. Well, so the thing is, hmm. All right. We'll remove the or logic and pass in the flags too. And look at that new can't operator. Add can't operator. Add is operator. That's going to be way better. That's way clearer. I like it. Add as operator. And add key value operator. Great. And here, yeah, just yeah. All right, great. What else? Get name and flags is okay. Can negate each attribute, right? Add can operator is right. So it doesn't support like an array syntax. So in key value here we also. So actually flags isn't needed here. Flag is needed with key values where we need the flag. So it's going to take an array of flags. This is a string, by the way. Mm, so that's going to be a value. So that's going to be like a phase on level PHP, great. So we'll add every time. Is that right? What would happen here? So it negates the first one, but then it doesn't negate the second one, which makes sense because we need to send an array. So it'd be, that's not going to look good, but it'd be something like that. So name, add a colon, add the value. All right, and this is just going to, let's call that V for now. See if it works. And we're missing a parenthesis here. Alright, so we fixed that. Hi, new viewer. And we're also negating and. That's funny. That is very funny. Um, so I feel like we are going to need to rely on classes now. Because we need to mark some string, like row strings should not be touched in any way. Like the push here should not add that on row strings. So let's create like a row string class. And it just takes a string. So public string value, right? Just a string. And in the call method here, instead of pushing simply and we'll push a new row string and without the spaces. And why are you unhappy about this? Alright. Is it because I type into that? No. You should be happy. Alright. Is what do you mean multiple definition exists for stringable? Don't say that. Okay. Argument one won't be raw string given. Yeah, so this doesn't implement stringable. I don't think we need to implement it. We can just add the toString method. Okay, so stringable isn't the same thing as string. That's a shame. But alright. I mean, it's not up to me, so. Okay. Or operator instance of raw string. Then we'll just push it without trying to negate anything. Great, we fixed that too. Auto tests still unhappy. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Okay, so that's better, but what happens once we do something like or not from? I'll remove that because that's going to be just more confusing, I feel like. Um, we're missing an or here, basically. So, yeah, let's just add that here. So the way it should work, huh? This is not the right implementation. This is just not the right implementation. Like, all right, I need to think. So, okay, I thought, I think what's going to happen. No, I'll make classes for each of these, right? And they're all going to take the flag attribute and have some logic. So that's what we're going to do. Just after I switch music because this is terrible. What will I listen to? Alright, I'll listen to that. Why not? So we'll have row operator. We'll have key value operator. No value operator. Okay. We'll have the count operator. We'll have also an operator contract. So we'll remove the raw string. We'll remove that as well. Remove that logic here too. Okay. Yeah, so basically here, new raw operator, and that's it. Public string value implements operator. All right. Make row operator implement stringable. Great. Don't think we need to make that an array anymore. So push would be way simpler. It'd be just push the operator and return this. Here in the compile method, we need to call compile. Great. So what's happening here? Rule push operator array given. Okay. All right. So here you'd push. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Here we'll return. Actually, here we'll return this. So operator be match. So match true. Let's just say match true, right? If that's the case, then it's going to be a new, I don't know, no value operator, which is an empty class for now. Let's implement it quickly. Right, and construct takes, so it takes the array of flags, I mean the flags rather. So public int flags and public int, nope. So string name, public string value. Thank you, Copilot. So this would be is and the first argument name. Yeah, name. Why are you unhappy? Because I didn't give you the flags. All right. Next, we'll have self. I don't know. Has operators. Great. Let's implement that. Hi, new viewer. What's up? Yeah. Thank you, Copilot. You're right again. And key value operator. So this one isn't even tricky. It's just yeah. Just make it a bit different. It was almost that. Implements operator. So the construct, yeah, except here it may be an array. I mean, it's always going to be an array. All right. Great. What else? The count operator. Can we make it simpler? No. I was thinking maybe we could like get rid of the count flag. So this is no, this is a no compiler. This is a new count operator. Come on. So flags, the name as well, and the arguments. Right? Yeah. That was alright. Let's make it implement operator 2 constructor. Yeah, great, because this one doesn't take an array of values, only a value. Do we have everything here? Yes, we do. All right. If method exists, what's that going to be? Okay. Let's comment that for now. I'm not sure about the best way to implement it, and otherwise the default is just going to be throw new bad method called exception. Oh, that's a mouthful. And yep, dude, come on. And this is just going to be return this, push on the SPL stack, whatever attribute you get, or just throw an error.